So my name is Ronnie Marie Ruggiero. We are at STEAM Legacy High School in Southgate. The class that participate in the Language and Play program is my advanced ELD students, so they are long-term English learners. So my hope walking in was that they become more confident speakers in public, since that's something that my students tend to lack in that population. And I think that they did it. They have definitely become better speakers in front of others. Okay. So I think it started off with they were learning how to build that community by doing different activities at the beginning of class with actually two different teaching artists. And then slowly we moved into the writing where they were developing their vocabulary. They were learning how to speak simultaneously by repeating a quote that was written on the board. And I just saw my students slowly become comfortable with the process of, we're going to write something that we're not used to doing. We're going to read aloud in front of everyone. They started by doing that in class, and then slowly they moved over to writing their own skits and presenting them. At first, I think the students were very hesitant. They were concerned as to how does this fit in with the purpose of the class and curriculum. I even had parents who were very concerned about what was happening in my class, and we had to convince them that this was something that would benefit their students in the long run. And I think as the class progressed and they started building that confidence, they saw themselves as speakers and writers and were eager to share what they learned. I mean, they're the ones that went around and invited the teachers and asked them to please come and told their friends. So the results that I got were that, just point blank, the students were confident speakers. Students who have never spoken for an entire year got up on stage and spoke. Some of them had more lines than anybody else. The students who were already confident speakers were even more so. And just, they're eager that my students came back to the room today and were like, we're doing it again next year, right? And they're like, my seniors are like, we're coming back. We'll come back and just do it just because. So I think that they're becoming, I don't know, they're amazing. I don't know. I am not familiar with any other programs from East LA Classic Theater. The way that we got Language and Play was our school was chosen to participate, and I was told by my principal that your class has to do it, actually. So that was a really interesting way to go. And then I also had to let go because of our schedule. I actually didn't get an opportunity to ever teach my students because I only see them twice a week, and that's how often East LA Classic Theater comes in. So it was a really interesting experience to just let go and trust what was happening. It's called Advanced ELD, and it's a class for students who have been in the country for more than 5 years but have not passed the test to consider themselves reclassified, or students who are proficient in English language skills.
Okay, so I'd like to put this in terms of that, because that's actually really interesting why this class was chosen as opposed to any other class. And can you maybe, even if you repeat yourself, talk about, my class is this was our goals, and this is how it helped us to reach the goals of the classroom, even though kind of thing.
I think because the goal of the class is to help our students become better readers, writers, listeners, and speakers using English language so they can master tests. The program allowed for them to improve in those areas.